All right, it's Tuesday, September 12th. Buying some Netflix 440 puts here at 658, a little late on the trade here. If you look, this is the 15-minute chart. I can go over the structure quickly. All day long, it was below the pre-market range. It was a two down type of day, and really the ideal trade, and I was kind of watching it, I just didn't want to do it, was really to sell this two up, two down right in here to take out the lows of the day and then work lower. As we kind of worked lower here and we came to the target area, I was watching it closely to see if we were going to bounce from there or hold. And since we just held, I bought some puts because in the bigger picture, I see this 2 week, two down week just triggered. And that means we could be heading down, first of all the way to the low of that previous week. But if you look in here, there's a fair value gap on the daily chart as we break through these lows. First of all, we can get down here below 436, which we're heading to now. And then this little area in here is kind of the gap, which is like the 425 area, which is almost 10 points lower. So I get the feeling Netflix is going to close red, should hold the midpoint of today, tomorrow, and then follow through a little lower. I'm looking for that. We have an hour to go before trading here, so I'm even looking maybe to scale out and set up an overage trade if we really build some momentum. It also was the type of thing where the market was kind of moving to the downside, and when I do that, I like to pick the weakest stock I could find, in this category. Netflix was the weakest one. Other ones like Tesla, they're not doing well, but they're not as weak, and Nvidia hasn't even broken through its intraday low. But Netflix, if you look at it here on the 15-minute chart, was the weakest of all of them. So when I want to play the downside on these type of moves, I play the weakest. When I play the upside, I look for the strongest stock. So we'll see if we get a little follow through here just to end the session really strong to the red side on the daily chart, and then we'll look for follow through, for the rest of the week, since it's a weekly two down now, somewhere into this gap. I mean, you have some targets here. Of course, it's possible, like anything, you broadened out on the very short term here, and you can start up in a tomorrow. But as long as we don't gap strongly up, I think we're going to follow through lower. And quite frankly, I think even by the end of the day, we're going to build a little momentum to the downside here. Options right now, I might even scale out. I bought them at 658. They're already asking 750. So if I can get out like at 750 or so, maybe I'll just scale out and set up a no risk trade holding overnight.